call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Yellow Jackets offense will have the ball first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism, when they get you in passing situations and you know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They are backing up their pregame work in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. The RPO, it's complete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here comes that Alabama offense. I think they'll one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. There he goes! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going for it all. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Punt is on its way. Now on the return. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Got his man! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense is set up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense cashing it in on that drive. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast. Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Sends it back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Here we go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Might as well stick with him. Spins away from the defender. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson.
Pocket breaking down.
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts out front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Gets it out fast. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. defense in press coverage. Quickly to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got his man in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They just keep firing. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance.
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires on the move. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make it.
Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Jamison. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Jamison. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This one's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap in this drive comes from their own 44. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended. The guy was not.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He's going to run it. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Makes the grab past the marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pucks it out of the air. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This time it's complete. Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead. There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25.
There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Alabama! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Alexis. Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Using the quick game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The give to the lone running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Play number 9 on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time! They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quick release on the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
To the air, it's Alexis. With the catch, it's Gentry. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to...
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me.
Turning it on. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he runs.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Alexis. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle, it's Gentry.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So, tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play call.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It'll be a draw. Shakes off the defender.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten. And
he hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how
looking for more room. Lowers those pads. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy, and it doesn't matter.
open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meat open wound. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.